Hi, it's Two Factor or Josh, and I'm coming with another little sailing guide. Now this one is for Jubbly Jennifer's Jubilous Journey, I think it's called. And this is going to be how to get the wind mote and the fetid key, but who cares about the fetid key? We are here for the wind mote. This is to get the fart generator. You slap it on the back of your boat, makes it stinky, I think. So we need to get this. And in order to get this, you need to clear the first 2 levels of the second trial. Now this requires 55 sailing. The things you're going to have upgraded on your boat to be able to do this is the mithril keel. Now that's going to give you resistance to the rapids. Then you're also going to want the, I believe it's the mahogany hull. I believe teak and mahogany hull have the same base speed, but the mahogany one has a longer boost, so upgrade to the mahogany one. Get the best boat parts that you possibly can before you head here at 55 sailing. Once you've got that, you don't need any boat food. There's nothing that damages you during this trial. It is simply go around, collect the crates, pick up frogs, and then throw the frogs at these little bird posts to lead the bird back to the boat. The first one is going to be 1 route, and the second one is going to be 2 routes. I'll leave timestamps in the description for both route if you want to just skip past my yapping. Alright, so here we have the Jubbly Jive. Finally, we just hit level 55. We just did our first Swordfish, about to unlock the Shark, or we just unlocked the Shark tier. I'm just going to show you quick how we're going to unlock the Shark tier if you haven't done it already, so that we can actually get the wind mote upgrade. This is the easiest tier of the trial. I did it on my first try of actually knowing the route and having all the boxes tagged. One big thing, if you don't have object markers enabled, do yourself a favor. If you have bad eyes like me, enable object markers in the little plugin sidebar, and then you can shift right click any of these and mark or unmark object. You can mark object, mark it however you want it to be marked. This is really helpful for me. You can do the same with the outcrops that you will be throwing the toads at. I'll explain the route as we go along, as you see the mechanics if you don't already know how they work. So let's just get going. You can make some mistakes here. You can get slowed down by the outcroppings. It's not very tight of a window. See what I mean? I just bumped into this rock right away at the start, but we are still going to hit time here. Try and take the corners as tight as you can, and try and hit as many of the whirlpools as you can, and you will be pacing here. Just take note of the outcrops. You can tag them on your way. I actually don't have this one tagged. We'll just mark object. That one is going to be useful for one of the later trials. We don't need it quite yet. You can hit both of these. It's a little bit of a tight window. I kind of like to hit these with my ass end, so do the turn before you get to it so that you're not driving over it, but you're just kind of pivoting right before you get to it. That way you can take the tightest turn you can. I took a very wide turn there, but it doesn't matter, and we missed that boost. But again, this one is not very difficult, so you can make a lot of mistakes and still be fine. This first outcrop, we're going to skip. You only have to touch an outcrop if it has the option to throw the bird at it. So this one we also skip. Make sure you take a little bit of a wide turn here, grab that one, go in, we'll get this, throw it at this first outcrop here. Don't go straight into the green and slow yourself down. That is not ideal. That actually might make us miss time, but we will see. Drive around here, launch it at the next outcrop, trim our sails, get around there. We'll try and catch this one. We got to make up a little bit of time here since we ran into that. Launch the toad at that one, come around here, and launch the toad at this one. See, we got slowed down 2 times, once at the very beginning and once there, basically to a full stop almost, and we still had 7 seconds to spare. So the first one, very simple. Just take your time, mark all the objects, mark all the outcrops so that you have it marked for later. And just like that, you have the ability to try for the Shark rank to unlock the wind mote. Alright, so we have just gotten the clog for the captured wind mote. Now that is what we are going to be needing for the fart in a jar generator, which you slap on the back in the boat. It puts farts behind your sail that make it smellier. It does something. So I'm going to be showing you exactly what route I took and how I did it to get this. I'll live commentate what I'm doing, the trickier moments, as well as what you're going to want to be doing here. So the blue path is going to be the first path. That's the inner path. The green path is going to be the second path we take. You're going to want to take as tight turns as possible. This one you're going to want to turn basically when the nose gets to that whirlpool. Turn up here. What I like to do here is actually do this turn and then trim my sails. Gives you a lot more time to do this turn properly. I actually just screwed it up there, but you'll see if we make a few little mistakes, it doesn't actually matter. We can clear this one even with a couple of mistakes, even with slowing down a handful of times. I'll show you what you're looking for in terms of pace coming around this first corner. What I've been looking for, at least, to know that I'm on pace. This trim, if you get it around this pool here, you should be on a decent pace. I got it a little bit before that pool right there, but it should be fine still, as long as we don't have any major slowdowns, have our momentum completely stop at any point. You can get all of these, however, some of these are optional. So these two up here, I'm actually going to fully skip. We're going to get this one and then completely skip those far two. You can get this one, but it's a annoying failure point. So I try to skip ones that might result in you failing because you crash into a wall. So we're going to throw in the frog there. It's very easy to crash into that wall. Do a nice wide turn before you click to throw in the frog. We slowed down there, but it should still be okay, fingers crossed. As long as we get everything on the right timing. So we're going to throw at this one here. And we're actually going to come around here, click, lower speed, throw the frog, trim our sails as we've done the 180. As long as you get your sails trimmed after you've done that 180, you should be good to make time. Lowering speed is pretty necessary to hit that 180. You can do it without. I've done it once or twice without, but I've failed many runs trying to hit that 180. Make sure you're tagging all of the frog trees on the way back. I've failed many runs that were on pace by just forgetting to tag one or two of the trees, which was rather unfortunate. As you can see, we're pulling up to the last boat here with 10 seconds to go. It takes 4 or 5 seconds for this to load in, so this should make time still, even though we got slowed down 2 times pretty badly. So there you go, we did it back to back there as soon as we got the moat. We did that same route twice in a row. Again, as long as you don't have any major slowdowns, you should be a-okay. Just follow that route, use object markers to tag those boxes green and to tag the outcrops, and just follow that same path I took. It shouldn't give you too much trouble. I say that like it didn't just take me an hour to get this done myself. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, comment what you would like to see more of, and subscribe if you like. It really, really does help. We're trying to hit 100 by the end of the year, so if you could help me out with that, that would be wonderful. We're also live every single day at twitch.tv/2factorrs if you'd like to come by and see it live. Well, have a beautiful night. I love ya, even if I don't know ya. Peace.